Hello everyone. So in this video we are going to talk about the important PYQs of upper limb chapter from anatomy. So in many colleges upper limb is done first or the lower limb is done, right? So here we are going to talk about the upper limb first and then the lower limb. So first of all, there always a question from joints. So in send-ups and your final exams as well, you will get a question from joints, and that joint can be your hip joint from lower limb and or your shoulder joint from upper limb. So if you get a question from shoulder joint, in many universities the headings are mentioned that you have to give it like articular surfaces, ligaments, relations, movements, muscles responsible for these movements, applied anatomy, or and blood and nerve supply. Okay, so these points are usually given as in our university, but if these points are not given, then you just need to remember these things, because these are the main points on which you are judged in a question of joints, right? Next is cubital fossa. You need to draw a diagram. Many times a short note is not asked. Instead, a diagram based question is asked on cubital fossa, right? The boundaries and contents. If you can draw both things on in one diagram, well and good. But if you can't, then don't just mess the diagram. Draw it separately. Okay, draw it separately. In one you will draw the content and here you will draw the boundaries. Okay, I think this separate one concept is better, because examiner also can understand it well, right? So shoulder joint, cubital fossa. In shoulder joint also you should draw a diagram, because it is available in every book, and on shoulder joint separately you can get a diagrammatic question as well. Next is elbow joint. This is less asked, but if an examiner wants to put something very extraordinary in the exam, then he or she can. Then articulation, ligaments, movements. These are the three things on which and blood and nerve supply as well. Okay, this is universal. It can also come in enumerate. It can also come in viva. Okay, blood and nerve supply of any organ, any joint, anything, right? So it can come in viva for sure. Next is brachial plexus. So brachial plexus, I don't need to tell this question to you, because you all know it very well. This is a very, very, very famous. I can't say how many star question it is. Next is breast. Mastectomy is a clinical question from it. Then lymphatic drainage. Many times we know the theory, right? And many times we just know the diagram. So we need to know diagram plus theory, because even if we miss out on any of these two things, we will lose marks, because this is a very important question from breast, right? Next is, in breast you can also get the cutaneous nerve supply, blood supply, because I have told you blood and nerve supply are the most important things, kind of. Next is axilla. So axilla, axillary lymph nodes, and long answer can come from it. And boundaries and contents, less important, but yes it is. I hope you remember that triangle diagram, yeah, right? Next is arm. The cutaneous innervation, like you need to know the dermatomes of both the upper limb and the lower limb, the diagrams basically. If you can find it very well in your BTC or Vishram Singh, whichever book you are following. Dermatomes diagram, the cutaneous nerve supply of hand, your arm, everything is given, right? You need to practice that many times, because there is a very a high chance that you will get an exam. Next is forearm. Arm is done, and now forearm. Now forearm, these are some of the clinical questions, right? So the fractures, the the dinner fork deformity, the Colles fracture, Smith's fracture, all those fractures, the clinical questions, I have mentioned these questions here, and you can get this PDF as well on my Telegram group. So supination and pronation, difference question can come from it, right? So this is a very important question. You need to make a note and prepare it as well. Supination and pronation, median cubital vein, so clinical importance, right? Next is median cubital vein is for you can comment in the comment box for what, right? So next is, this is also a like dinner fork deformity question. So basically I told you the Colles fracture, Smith fracture are nice questions, and they can come and they can confuse you as well, right? So this was about basically the upper limb. So from upper limb as a whole, I can say the nerve supplies are also very important, right? Next is embryology of the upper limb. So policeman tip deformity is basically not embryological, it is clinical. I mean, like explain why questions can be based on your clinical, right? Why does this deformity takes place? What nerve is responsible? These type of things. Next is hand. So in hand, you can get a question on carpal tunnel, muscles of thumb and innervation, extensor retinacula and flexor retinacula also, structures passing above it, structures passing below it, and you can get a question on the diagram of the retinacula. These are all important questions, right? Dorsal digital expansion, less asked, but yes, you can get a question or a diagram on dorsal digital expansion. So cutaneous nerve supply, very very important, so it is also a 5-star question, right? So claw hand, very important question, because sometimes we know that we know what is claw hand, why does it occur, but we don't know how to write about it, right? So you need to prepare a note beforehand. Wrist drop, the same thing, same concept holds here. Carpal tunnel syndrome, very important. Dupuytren contracture is also a very important question. You can find that in general anatomy, but that can come in upper limb as well. Ape thumb deformity and the this is not from this chapter, it is from neuroanatomy. All this also. And but this question, just mind it, first carpo-metacarpal joint, this is ignored, but yes, if you know about it, you can write something at least, right? It is better to know something rather than nothing. Okay. Next is nerves. Nerves, all the nerves from the whole body are very important, but especially from upper limb, the ulnar nerve, median nerve, and the axillary nerve, all the radial nerve also, all these nerves are very important. You can get a question, but how to attempt that? You need to draw a diagram with a flowchart or a flowchart, whichever is feasible for you, and you need to write the clinical importance. What are the syndromes? What are the deformities associated with it? And you need to draw the branches. You need to write which muscles are being supplied by it, which joint is being supplied by this nerve, and which like the relations of the nerve. These all things are very important. Next is blood supply. Blood supply, the anastomosis around scapula, it is a standard question. Next, internal thoracic artery is mainly asked in, not here, rather in thorax. But yes, if it comes in your college, then you may prepare for it, right? So this was all about the upper limb, the diagrams, the nerves. Everything is important because it is the first chapter, and usually it is expected that you do it well on your own. So for the MCQs, I would suggest you can refer the Vishram Singh MCQ, which are given in their book as well, and you can find it on Telegram very easily. So and you can also follow the some question banks, q banks are given on Telegram, and okay, so those MCQs are also very good. You can basically need to follow some MCQ, because many times we just ignore them and we directly lose those 10 precious marks of the exam, or 20, right? So next is the histology part. For histology, I will be starting a new series for you all. I will tell you each slide wise one video, and I think so that would help you a lot, because in histology, many times we don't know what to see in the slide and how to identify the slide at first, because if we make the wrong identification, then we lose marks. So if you want to join that series, then stay connected with the channel. And if you like this video, then do like it and do share it with your friends, because sharing is caring.